Welcome everybody to part 3 of our Mega Man X2 Let's Play here, and we only have 3 more magnets. 3 more magnets? 3 more Mavericks left, and our next one is Magna Centipedes. That's where I got the magnet from. And, yeah. We're getting close to done. Mega Man X games aren't overly big, but keep an eye on this level, because it's kind of interesting. But this beginning part here, you fight facing these sentry types. You have these yellow little circles here. Don't hit those if you can avoid it, because it knocks those blocks down and they shoot at you. And that's no fun. Do not kill the one on the right here, this very last one. Don't. Once you kill them, they disappear, and if they disappear, you can't get our next heart tank. Because they do respawn up here if they're not dead. But if you kill it, they don't respawn. Weirdly. Considering that so much other stuff respawns immediately. But these don't, so I found that out the hard way. These blocks here, they fall and they can crush you. The purple ones are destructible, the gray ones are not. Destroy the purple ones, because they usually drop something. And that's always swell. This one can drop too if you let that purple go all the way over, but that could kill you, and that's no fun either. But yeah, if they crush you, it is instant death. We don't want that. And yeah, just mind your bearings in this level. Right here is another, you can get an E-Tank, but you can't grab it right now until you actually have the dash boots, the air dash boots. Now we fight this wireframe sword here, and he has a few different ways of attacking. Bubble lead, I believe, is his weakness. It does a lot of damage to him. But the problem with the bubble lead is you got kind of close to hitting him with it, and so you're going to take some damage. But he has several things he could do. He can swipe away like that and charge at you. He could charge at you full speed, or he could just go in a circle, like so. That's his main attacks. He doesn't hit you with too much damage, but the bubble lead seems to really wreck him, so I would recommend going with that. Second half of the level here, this vertical drop, try to avoid, unlike I did, these yellow circles, because in this section it makes these blocks fall super quick, which makes platforms, and my god, do I get absolutely wrecked here. That reticle you saw will try and lock onto you, and when it does, it actually makes the upcoming main boss slightly different, and maybe slightly harder even. But as you saw there too, those blocks, they come down so fast, they could actually block you off from the X-Hunter fight if you're trying for that. So I don't recommend this stage if you're trying for X-Hunter heights, if you can avoid it. But as you can see, he's changing twice because the reticle caught me twice. I think he's a little bit quicker. Maybe these bullets are quicker. He has that little jump, which is, I think, different. But honestly, I don't think he's that much tougher if you know what you're doing. Getting trapped in a corner ain't fun. But just be careful. Those shots that he's doing, the bottom ones can be jumped over. The top ones can be too, but I recommend trying to dash them if you're close enough or if you're further enough away. Here I'm getting kind of wrecked by it. They don't do a ton of damage though. But here I show off dashing under it. You can do it. It is possible. Again, no health bar. Just keep shooting him until he's dead. He's not overly hard, even with his enhancements, quote unquote. I think he has one more enhancement that he could do, but we didn't get there, so. Here I almost died. It's a little bit trolly there. But now we head on to Magna Centipede, and we have his weakness from Morph Moth, the Silk Shot, and he has a bit of a unique thing that happens when you first hit him, which is always swell, always swell. Damn it, I don't want to use that line. But it is what it is. So yeah, you hit him and he loses his tail, and that's important because this makes that fight a hell of a lot easier. I don't do it in the beginning as much as I should have, but if you stand basically right in the middle of the arena, he's never gonna teleport on top of you, and you can hit him anywhere he's at with ease. This is not a hard fight at this point with his weakness. Without his weakness, he's not easy. The tail can grab you, can do some other things. It is not the funnest fight. This fight actually is really cool for speedrunning too. If you ever watch a speedrun of this has a very unique glitch that they use to basically make Magna Centipede their bitch, and it's a fun one. It's a fun one. But yeah, this is the entire fight, folks. Just hit him with the Silk Shot. The Silk Shot spreads out in four, as you can tell, So he's on the ceiling, you're going to want to use those. I don't think it does more damage if you hit him with the full Silk Shot or the broken up part. I didn't notice any differences, but maybe you do. I didn't notice anything, so... But yeah, you hit him, he's dead. He's easy. I think your full Mega Buster Blast might do more damage, but it doesn't quite reset his pattern like this, so... But Magna Centipede is destroyed. Destroy! And with it, you get the Magnet Mine. The Magnet Mine, not overly useful, except against our next Maverick, Crystal Snail. I don't use it otherwise. It does have a kind of an interesting little gimmick to it when you full charge it. But beyond that, I would say it's not. It's an nothing special. Welcome to Crystal Hunter stage. Crystal Snail stage. Crystal Hunter is a weapon you get. Spoiler alert. I like this music. Crystal Snail is, as a kid, was usually the first Maverick I took on because I always had the belief of, ooh, he's an ice one, so we should take him on because ice ones are the easiest typically. Which is A, wrong, and B, he's not ice, he's crystal, and it's completely different. But you're going to take this mech here, you're going to try and get over, and you die. If you do it right, like I do here, you just tap the hover button, you can make it over completely without any problem. If you hold it down, you ain't making it. If you have the dash boots, you could jump out towards the end of it and dash over for an easier time getting that heart tank. You don't need it, clearly. Once you know how to do it, it's not hard to get that, but I did die a couple times on that. But here, we want to keep this mech, so we're going to just leave it here and bring this big green crystal here. Those things will kill you, so be careful. If you get smashed by them, it is a one-hit kill. No fun there. And we're going to come, and we're going to try take this with us all the way to the next boss. Down here is just a small height life. I don't know why I went for it. I thought something else would be more cool down there. It's not. Do not break all these blocks. Use them. Try and make it like a stairway with them. I don't know what I'm doing. And then do the same thing you did. Try to get that heart tank, which I didn't do there. And just tap that button. You can get up there real easily. And you actually take this into the sub-boss. And it wrecks the sub-boss like it's nobody's business. So quickly. Super easy. If you don't have a mech, you could use a spin wheel to take them out almost just as fast. If you dash properly there, you can get a large energy capsule. Not worth it, but it's something you can do. But you come down here, another pit you can come down, and another Dr. Light capsule. What do you have for us today, Light? Mega Man X, enter the capsule. This enhancement will modify your radar optics. It uses some energy, but with it, you will be able to see objects that you could not see before. This is pretty useless, honestly. Good luck at Mega Man. It's pretty useless. It's slightly more useful than the Mega Man X1 helmet, I'll give it that, but not by a whole lot. They try to incorporate it better, in my opinion, than the next one, but honestly, once you know the game, you don't need it. We come down here, and you get the one-up. I think you're supposed to use this. I think you're supposed to use the helmet upgrade to find in Morph Moss stage the light capsule there was the one where you have to use spin the wheel to break the ground that has no discernible difference to it. But that's the point. But if you know where you go, then this becomes pretty obsolete pretty quickly, honestly. Interesting idea. Not great. I think Mega Man X3 actually has a really nice helmet upgrade that goes along these lines, but I think they do a little bit better. But pull out the Silk Shot here. This is a special little room. You pull out your Silk Shot, charge it all the way up, and you get a bunch of weapon energy if you need it. There is 3 of these. There's another one later on in Bubble Crab stage that gives you life energy, and that's nice because you can use that for filling your energy tanks. And there I show off dying to the big crystal. I almost do it again here. But yeah, so, and there is a third, I don't remember what the third, oh, it's an Overdrive Ostrich stage. I think it does something similar, or I might give you both of them. I don't really remember. I never went and did it, I don't think. And if I did, I'll show it off later. But we go to the Crystal Hunter stage here, and then this is where we want to use our old magnet mine. And, yeah, I took him on first without it. And he can be difficult, especially Buster only, because he can be fast, he can slow you down, which is never fun. But you hit him with the magnet mine, he runs out of his shell. He actually hits the wall, as you'll see here, and it does even more damage. It does a lot of damage to him. He only hits the wall when he's in the shell, but you can still hit him beforehand. I take a lot of damage here because I'm trying to knock his shell all over the place to keep him out. I don't recommend doing that if you don't have to. But here is his big move. He slows down time, so you have to be very aware of that. And then he tries to hit you with his shell. It's very dodgeable, but it does hurt. Here's another gimmick of his. He'll go into his shell if you don't time your shots right. Here I did. He hits the wall. Bingo, bango, bongo. Smack him around a bit. And yeah, you could even let him go in his shell, because you could basically throw it almost right away and do even more damage to him. But yeah, he goes down pretty easily. He takes a lot of damage from the magnet mine. You can also use the full charge-up version for some real fun, because you can control where that goes for the most part. Ahead, you could do a lot of damage to him in a quick succession. But now, with defeating him, you get the Crystal Hunter. This encapsulates enemies in crystal, and you can use them as platforms. Useful. There's actually a couple upgrades that you need that for. So that's pretty useful. But we are down to our final Maverick, our good friend Overdrive Ostrich. He is one that I would also potentially recommend going first, because I think he's pretty damn easy. But this is the base, the level that introduces the Jetbike sections. Unlike X4 through X6, this is not completely automated. You can actually control it. But this is the first. And oh, buddy. Right here, you'll notice this is breakable walls with a spin wheel. This actually leads to the X-Hunter base, but I want to show it off just to show you that, hey, you can go over here and there's something over here. But this will take you to the X-Hunter fight if there's one here. Then we'll come down here and take on all of our friends here, all these bad guys. And now it's Jetbike time. The Jetbike, you can stop it, turn it around. You can shoot with it. I'm shooting constantly. You want to knock down these little ramp things, otherwise your bike will be destroyed. You won't die, but then the platforming gets not so fun. Alright. Get up here. That's actually a really hard jump. You gotta have speed. And I fuck it up, though, because I panic here because I knew I didn't have enough speed, and I just fall to my death. So now that I did that, I start inside the base here without the bike. If you have the bike, it makes getting the heart tank here in a little bit substantially easier and gives you a chance to not automatically die. If not, you can either restart the level or do what I do and use a speed burner. And there is the silk shot in all its glory. And use the speed burner dash to go over there. But you are guaranteeing yourself a death doing this. It is what it is. It's not the best placed one. But you can still die even on the bike, because if you hit that back wall spikes, you die. You have to have a really, really quick turn radius on that one. But now we will finish out the level here. We'll defeat these tanky scorpions. They actually take a lot of damage. But over here, it's another area where you can break it with your spikies. And we finally get the dash boots from Dr. Light. Mega Man X, enter the capsule. This enhancement will modify your main drive unit. With it, you will be able to dash while in mid-air. Use it wisely, Mega Man X. It is a useful tool. I don't use it a ton, but for bosses and stuff, it can be really, really useful. But as you can see, I just went through the first basically 8 Mavericks without ever using it, so it's not a necessity like in Mega Man X1, where the dash boots themselves, if they dash on the ground, are a virtual necessity that the game forces you to literally grab. But now we are heading into our friend Overdrive Ostrich, and first you have to blow up this nuke. Okay, actually you don't, because it does it on its own. This is a cutscene. And Mega Man X just takes the explosion like it's nobody's business, and he will drop down to get ready to face our friend. As I mentioned before, Overdrive Ostrich. He is weak to the Crystal Hunter, and oh my god, he is super easy with the Crystal Hunter. It's ridiculous. It's not Spark Mandrill ridiculous, but it's ridiculous. But you hit him, it freezes him up in Crystal. He shoots out his Sonic Slicers, but they only do 1 damage to you when you have your full armor. So it's not hard. And I avoid him pretty good in this battle until the very end where I kind of stopped caring. But the Crystal Hunter does a lot of damage. I think 3 per. Yeah, it is. It's not bad. It's not bad. And he goes down easily. Here's where I kind of stopped caring about trying to avoid the Sonic Slicers. And he goes down like there's nobody's business. And with defeating him, and with it, you get the Sonic Slicer. Uncharged, not great. Full charge, pretty damn awesome. I'm sorry, X. One of the X hunters attacked. Next line, please. The base, and took all of Zero's parts. They're going to rebuild Zero at their base. I tracked them to location 00, the North Pole. I can't let them tamper with him, Dr. Kane. I've got to save him. So yeah, they attack your base and get Zero's parts if you don't beat them. But that has been it for Mega Man X2 Part 3. Join us next time as we take the fight to the X Hunters. And some backtracking. Until then, deuces.